line at the moment is a crucial part of this understanding of what is happening here in Israel.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen such reaction. I mean, we've never been in an age where everything is live streamed all the time, for better or worse. So I think this war is totally a new beast. And for us at the Tel Aviv Institute, where I work, and we're focusing on social media, we've been preparing for something like this, but not to something really like this. It's really the size and the amount of reactions that we are seeing online is something we haven't seen before.
And speaking of something that we've never seen before, we're seeing those sickening, gut-turning documentations from Hamas's side, and there is, or at least there was, a dilemma here whether to distribute it for the entire world to see, so no one will be able to say. And that takes us back to previous time, to the Holocaust. No need to whitewash it. We didn't know.
Right. And I think that's the dilemma that we'll always have. I've received several requests from families of victims that I've posted the pictures of, or people that have been kidnapped, asking me to remove the posts because they've reached millions of people out of fear that their family might be harmed, that the kidnapped kids or families would be used even more brutally by Hamas because of the attention. So, of course, I took down immediately every request that I've received for families, but I do know that there's an effect. The reason that 20 million people watched one of my videos is because there was a face, and people want to see that. I mean, they don't want to see it, but that's what they are connected to most. And that's why I always have this dilemma, but I do think that we need to post as much as we can, even if we have to blur the faces or blur some of the gore violence that we're seeing. It's important that people get this visual, because if they see it, they understand. And they understand that what we understood for so long, Hamas is not fighting war in the same terms that we, the normal, human people are understanding, and people in the West understand. They have a totally different set of rules, and it has nothing to do with moral or humanity. For them, the goal is one, and it's clear, and they see nothing on the way to achieving their goal.
Albeit unprecedented, albeit the intensity here is 100% different. This is not our first rodeo when it comes to fighting over public opinion all over the world, and Israel is already responding in the Gaza Strip, and will likely respond with severe force over the next few days. Will that change the public's perception, and or how do you make sure that the understanding among people online and all around the world will remain the same? What led to what?
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen some reactions from people protesting for Palestine, or protesting in support of the quote-unquote resistance. And I think that normal people on the side, people on the sideline watching it, get a very clear understanding of what these people are supporting. So even though we saw some protests, I think that the everyday person will look at it and understand that supporting this sort of behavior is not something that they want to get behind. I think that we will see things getting more difficult. Right now, we have international support from Zelensky to Joe Biden to the international, media celebrities. By and large, are standing with Israel because of the gore images that they've seen. But I'm afraid that in the next few days, we will have to explain to the world why we have to fight, and remind them. People have very short memory span when it gets to Israel, as we know. So we'll have to remind them, but at least we have the evidence, and we have this information out online, and we can always refer back to it.
And very briefly, Chen, before we thank you, many of our viewers feel, helpless, and they want to help. How can they?
Well, you can follow my accounts on social media and engage in the conversation. Feel free to share any content out there. There's no rules. You don't have to ask for permission from any pro-Israel account out there, but be vocal. You can make a massive difference, even if it's one person that follows you, changes their mind, and see some of those, the content that we are putting out there. It can make a huge difference in reminding the people that never again is now.
Never again is now. Chen Mazig, Senior Fellow at the Tel Aviv Institute, thank you very much.